If you are to discover any type of truth in this world, then cognitive dissonance is extremely necessary for you to go through. I'll give you a relatable example, a little hypothetical. Let's say at work, like you have a boss who is in charge of your team. And to you, he is a very genuine, great guy. He treats you in the same way that he would like you to treat him. He's just a downright great guy. And in your mind, you are convinced that this guy, absolute legend. And you have had this belief in your mind for a very long time, working with him for a year. Say you overhear a conversation that he's having with another worker, and he obviously doesn't know that you can hear or see what he's doing, right? He's speaking to another worker and he is just cussing this guy out, being very rude, very abusive, basically being an asshole. And you are seeing this and you're thinking to yourself, that is really odd. All of this time, in my mind, I've thought that he was such a good guy. Like something doesn't add up here. And that is when your brain, it starts to question itself. It starts to question whether your old belief, whether it was a flawed belief, if it was incorrect. And the brain, in order to save itself from going through that analysis process, it basically says, I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. I've known this guy for a year. I know I'm right. A couple of weeks later, like the same thing happens again. And after the second time, like you think about it again, and it's like, like this happened the other week. However, it doesn't align with my own personal experience, does it? So like your brain is just constantly analyzing both the situations, trying to figure out like which one is actually correct. In your brain, it would be easier to just dismiss any evidence of the contrary and just say, no, mate, this guy's a legend. Love this guy. Good bloke. However, the evidence is starting to suggest that that is not the case. And I think a reason why not many people can get to this type of thinking is because of pride. No one likes to think that they have been duped. It is a stain on the ego.